Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with some more unpopular opinions. Just kidding. If you haven't watched my previous Devil Breaker ranking, I will leave a link somewhere. I have to set a few things right now that I played through Devil May Cry 5 2 more times. Let's go in chronological order. First off, the loading screen straight up lies about Overture's Exploder. You can place more than 3 onto a single enemy and all of them will do damage. I placed 4 at the same time on Urizen in Mission 8 and they rocked his world. You can try it yourself. Punchline's riding mechanic is way too complicated. Not only is the riding time dependent on the current stylish rank, there must also be a hidden timer or something that also influences it. Also, did you know you have 7 moves available while riding this thing? Apart from dismounting with the A button, Nero does a spin when pressing X. There is Y and holding Y when in contact with an enemy, and B, which are rebound to the right trigger. And during the B animation, one can input either forward Y, left Y or right Y. Crazy. Doesn't make it less clunky though. Then there is Tomboy. I purposely ignored the second effect in my first playthrough, which powers up Blue Rose. Instead of shooting, it gets one into aim mode first. The 80 damage points of an EX shot or the charged up 250 points feel a little low because of the time it takes to manually aim and charge up. If it interacted with the EX meter, I would rank it higher. What I did not realize at first with Rawhide, it not only extends wire snatch, but also deals a little bit of damage along the travel distance. Just one cannot kill enemies with wire snatch, which would have probably made it confusing. Thanks to 3L14 from YouTube, I'm now aware of 5 different Sidewinder combos, each having a different arc and dealing different amounts of damage. Sweet! And then I have to apologize for calling Ragtime's break age time stop. It's in fact called Slow World. Sorry, my bad. So my second and third playthrough didn't change my mind about the original breakers. But how would I rank the DLC breakers? Let's start with Gerbera GP1. It is very similar to the original Gerbera. Spoiler, that's why I will be putting it in B tier. But it changes the neutral input. Instead of just reflecting attacks with a forward blast, it launches Nero into the air when performed on the ground, or pushes him to the ground when he's in the air. This makes it a little more flexible when dodging, in my opinion. The other mechanics are unchanged from the base model. Pasta Breaker is next, and apart from being a meme, it is actually not that bad. Pasta Jet works like Jet Gadget from Punchline, but you cannot ride it. It does less damage per hit, that is 7 instead of 12, but it hits 20 times instead of 16. Upon returning to Nero, it produces a satisfying ding sound. So you know you got it ready again for another round. Master Mix functions more like Overture's Exploder, but instead of exploding, it digs into the enemy, dealing up to 410 points of damage over time. On Devil Hunter difficulty. The Break Age move is nothing to write home about, but the regular move is fine. I will put it next to Punchline for sure, since it fills a similar role. Let's continue with the memes and talk Sweet Surrender. If you haven't picked up on it already, it solely exists for curious pleasure. In combat, Brief Relief regenerates Nero's health at a snail's pace. I observed it healing 1 bar of health in 30 seconds, making it completely useless when going on the offensive. Its Break Age, Sweet Release, looks like a breakaway, which heals Nero for 3 bars of health instead of doing damage. I ranked the previous breakers by overall combat performance against a wide range of enemies. But for this piece of meme, I had to add a new tier below D. What a joke. DLC breaker number 4 is Mega Buster. The first thing one notices, it alters several of Nero's animations, such as jumping or dodging. But those are just cosmetic changes. Not cosmetic is the charge that builds up on the arm over a second of time. When the Mega Buster's charge is full, Mega Shot does 40 points of damage, and the projectile can hit up to 3 times, which deals a noticeable amount of damage. If not fully charged, one can rapid fire shots for 15 damage. The Break Age move, Mega Charge Shot, produces a bigger projectile, which penetrates enemies, doing 50 points of damage up to 8 times until exploding 400 points. On paper, this breaker is really good until one realizes one cannot aim while firing, dropping its effectiveness. Also, the fact that Mega Charge Shot pierces enemies makes it impossible to do its 800 damage to a single large target. I was looking at it, saying to myself, it does work, but it could be better. Last, and almost least, Monkey Business. It is, and I wish I was joking, just a reskin of Helter Skelter. Nothing added, nothing subtracted. And on top of that, one cannot even buy it from Nico's shop. Yes, I know it does increase damage to shields, thank you. But I'd rather use Rawhide's Break Age, which gets the job done quicker and on several enemies at the same time. The only redeeming quality, which puts it above the abysmal Sweet Surrender, is the fact that it goes absolutely bananas on Urizen's crystal. I'm not kidding. I have proof of this thing decimating the crystal's HP during the boss fight. So I will happily stock up on Monkey Business and Helter Skelter for when I have to face Urizen again. Those are my personal thoughts on all the Devil Breakers after 3 playthroughs. I don't mean to offend anyone with this video, just telling my opinion while giving facts and reasons. Thank you for watching, and keep it stylish.